We are now into the second half of the Gatorade Cup Series, season number 14. As for race number 17, we head to the Chicagoland Speedway in Joliet, Illinois for the running of the Samsung 400. But more importantly, this kicks off the 6th race dash to the chase as these 42 drivers try and fight for those 12 chase spots available, and we'll see which 12 drivers make it in after these next 6 races, some of the most crucial races on the Gatorade Cup Series calendar because of that race to the chase. Eli Brand, the 88, is on pole for today's race. Beside him in second, it's Anson and Charlebois in the 96. Then in third place, we have Luke Rainey. In fourth, it's Noah Clifton. And rounding out the top 5, we have Ryan Wilson in the 32. Starting this race in 6th, it'll be Ross McMorrola. In 7th, it's Justin Zidell. His teammate Chicagoland joins him in 8th place. Then in 9th place, it's Bronson Minnick, and Laura Chung, the 66, completes the top 10. Then back by the way, we have Andrew Miller, 38, to his inside. The 13 is Diego Yepes. Then there's Anthony Ness in the 48, and in the 95, it's Conrad Evans. Then we have Ferret Longwell in the 62, and the 20 of Max Rossi, along with Riley Spurley-Tube and Max Anderson in the 12. Then a pair of teammates, Jonathan Beeford, and to his inside, Jeff Bright. Then there's TJ Hanley and Griffin Lynn, the 36. Then there's Zachary DeLello and winner of the last race, Keegan Thompson, in the 41. Then we have Jordan Stout and Jake Galway, the current points leader, with Evan Hunter and Chris Jericho. Code Luigi, the 54, and the 15 is Derek Hamill. Then there's Malachi Rodriguez and Riley Sampson, with Jose Mills and Zach Fitzwater Sr. Second in the points, Jay Randos, Matt Oskin to his inside. Then there's Marshall Burrow and Keyshawn Richardson, Levi Jones and Anderson Reed. Then the final row in 41st, Brandon Beal, and 42nd, Bibby Ruiz in the 37. So there's the 42-car field for racing at the Chicagoland Speedway for race number 17 of the Gatorade Cup Series season. Let's go on track side and fire these cars up. 42 engines come to life here in Joliet, Illinois to do battle in the second half of the Gatorade Cup Series season. The Chicagoland Speedway, always kind of a checkered past in the Gatorade Cup Series. Used to have a few races on the calendar, then got dropped to one race, then got dropped completely from the calendar, but back again on the Gatorade Cup Series calendar and ready to do battle in the midpoint of the season. 41 laps in the Samsung 400. Eli Bright, Anson, and Charlebois are the front row. Last season's champion Luke Rainey will start in third place. We'll see what he can do from that good starting spot as they come down to the travel. The green flag waving in the air, and we're underway for Chicagoland. As they race down the backstretch for the first time today, we're going to be seeing some pack-style racing here. We'll be seeing 3, maybe 4-wide racing all day long. As Eli Bright trying to lead the first lap from pole position, Ryan Wilson getting a run, and behind them they start to scatter a little bit of 3-wide. Eli Bright leads the first lap. Wilson now in second place, running the 88 down. The one of Zidell with his teammate Kukulon right behind him. They'll get to third and fourth, and the turns 1 and 2. Wilson looking for a run off turns with a little bit of a higher arc, gets the run down the banking and down the backstretch. Ryan Wilson looking to take the lead away from Eli Bright. I think he will. That was a great move and wanted to go just about half a lane higher than Eli Bright to get the run off the corner. That's exactly what made that pass work for Ryan Wilson. He'll lead the second lap here on the Samsung 400. Sebastian Kukulon going for second place on Eli Bright. Now Eli tries to get down low, but Kukulon fights to the inside and grabs that secondary spot away down the back straightaway. Yepes and others move low 3 wide. Conrad Evans Holmes looking 4 wide, but backs off, thinks better of that move. Ferret Longwell, Laura Chung also on the bottom lane trying to move forward in the 62 and the 66. See back there, that 3 wide gets a little close, but really the 4 wide is the part to be looking at here. If we ever get to 4 wide scenarios, that's where the crashes will happen. So watch out for that throughout this race. If we get into a 4 wide scenario, that could cause a crash or two. Yepes down low and Eli Bright for third. The battle is for 5th. Minnick. And then in the middle is Clifton, down low Evans, as Kukulon looks to gain on Wilson for the top spot in the 32 and the 42. Kukulon's trying to get a run. He remember started on the outside lane. He's got a great jump to get down in line right behind his teammate Zidell. And from there, he's really moved forward nicely in that 42. Now gunning for the lead off turn 2, has a slight run to the inside. Gonna try and get the side drift and the pusher behind to get down there. And Kukulon has a nose to the inside for the lead into turns 3 and 4. Here comes Clifton. Eli Bright back down in line. And it's 4 wide behind the front few. Oh, 5 wide almost off the corner. Very close call back here. Oh, and the wall and upside down into the fence. That's Keyshawn Richardson, the 43. Another one. That's DeLello in the 52 on top of another car. A terrible crash here at Chicagoland. Richardson, the worst of it for sure, racing back around. Yellow on lap 6. Clifton with the lead at the first yellow. That looked bad. Luke Rainey, last season's champion. Jonathan Buford, winner at Talladega. Brandon Beal was back here. Bibby Ruiz. There's Keegan Thompson, winner at Daytona. Miller's all torn up in the 38. Marshall Burrow has damage. Oskin was back here. Griffin Lynn is slow. Han looks like he may have gotten some damage. Rossi, winner at Pensacola, has damage. Chris Jericho, one of the last, I think, to get away in the 18 car. A lot of smoke down the backstretch because of, I think that's the 2 that's still trying, yeah, Luke Rainey still trying to get back around the pit with all that damage. Look at that. John Beeford as well. The first yellow is out here in Chicagoland early on. It's for a massive accident in the tri-oval. Keyshawn Richardson and others upside down in a very, very scary crash in the Samsung 400. I had thought for a moment that they had made the 5 wide work. Luke Rainey all the way up against the wall in the 2 car. The 11 of Hunter right in the middle with Jose Mills. Down low, Derek Campbell. Keyshawn Richardson even lower. Looks 5 wide coming off turn number 4. And right here, you can barely make 4 wide work. 5 wide's not going to work. And right here, as they come off the corner, I thought they had it settled. But someone, and it looks like Richardson, Buford made contact. They go up the track, and this is scary. Oh my gosh. That is a car that is out of control flying through. That is scary stuff for Keyshawn Richardson. They see DeLello upside down. He was on top of Andrew Miller for a while there in the 38. So DeLello in the 52, a lot of damage. But oh my goodness. That was just such a hard hit to the wall for all these guys. I mean, look at the hit right here to the wall for these guys on the outside. Luke Rainey got absolutely sandwiched hard into the wall in that 2 car. Just like we saw at Daytona with him, he got some pretty heavy damage there. He got another hard hit here. Another look. God. The worst part for Richardson is that his was kind of a dead stop, right? The others kind of carried on their way down the front stretch. Richardson did not. He came to an absolute stop once he got hit to the wall. Oh, my. DeLello immediately upside down. Saw Jericho get clipped there. I think the 21 and the 20 were kind of going down the racetrack. They may have clipped the 18, and somehow I think Jericho able to save his car and keep it going. Yeah, there are a lot of lucky people. Points leader, second in points. There's Jericho. Got clipped by Burrow. Great save. Oz gonna spin. Not much more than that. Lynn stops. I don't think he got damaged. Levi's shown to the car basically on top of him, but he misses damage. There were a lot of cars back here that slammed on the brakes and were somehow able to miss gigantic damage from this massive crash. Coming back around to the first yellow flag, Noah Clifton, the 00, leads under the yellow here in the Chicagoland Speedway Samsung 400. Restarting this race here in lap number 11, Noah Clifton in control in the 00 under the first yellow. Few cars out from that, including DeLello and Keyshawn Richardson, obviously, along with Luke Rainey, John Beeford, and Andrew Miller. Definitely the 5 cars in that crash that got the most damage. They are out of the race. There are some with minimal damage. We'll see how slow they are, like the 21, some others back there. But there were a lot of cars that were able to narrowly miss that, not get too much damage. So we'll see how many slow cars there are and how slow they are. So Noah Clifton out in front, Kukulon in second. They have Pulsar, Eli Bright in third, Wilson in fourth, and Chung in fifth. They have Yepes 6th, Jeff Bright 7th, Spurgeon 8th, Longwell 9th, and Anton and Charles completes the top. So we'll come back to the green flag. There's some of the cars in the back. We'll see how they can try and clear some damaged cars. If there are any damaged cars, we're back going, and Clifton leaves the field. Kukulon caught sleeping on the restart. Eli Bright will take him up to the inside for second place. Yeah, Kukulon just did not go whatsoever on this restart, and he's going to lose a lot of spots because of it. The closer Eli Bright was on it, though. He moves to second place, trying to run down Noah Clifton now in the 00. Down the back straightaway. Back there, the slower car is Max Rossi. He's one of the first. His mate Jericho tries to go on the outside. Lynn is back here. Marshall Burrow as well. So Max Rossi is slower in the 20 with some front end damage. So far, he looks to be maybe the only one really slow in the 20 car. Now we'll see who can try and latch on and who's going to be left out because of it. Back to the front, Laura Chung to third place. Jeff Wright, Eli's father, moving up for fourth, trying to get his first win of the season. Yepez moving up right behind him to try and move inside the top 5. Ferret Longwell moving low in the 62 with Lieutenant McMorola for the lead. Eli Bright's looking on Noah Clifton, the 00. Eli's trying. He has a run right to the back of Clifton in turn 1 here. No move made yet. Jeff Wright blocking Yepez down low. Now a move for the lead. Here comes Eli Bright. Noah Clifton off turn 2. The pole sitter back to the inside for the lead. Side by side, here comes Father Jeff moving up to third place and maybe second once Eli clears Clifton. Eli and Clifton door to door, side by side to the line. Give it to Eli Bright at the stripe. Jeff Bright looking 3 wide to turn 1 for the lead. Will Eli be able to cover it off? He can't. Jeff Bright for the lead and Chicagoland. This is good stuff down the backstretch. The push from Yepez will move. Jeff Bright by son Eli to move out front, but now Yepez has a run for the lead off turn number 4. He's to the inside of the 9 car. Longwell and Anson Charles down low. Jeff blocks off the 13, and he keeps the lead in the 9 car. Great run by Jeff Bright. Can he protect through 1 and 2 now? The car a little tight up the racetrack. Yepez also gets tight, follows him up the track. Eagle trying to get a push maybe from the Brights to get clear of Longwell, but can't. The 62 down to the inside. Evans gets a little tight, almost pushes up with Max Anderson up behind him in the 12 car. Now they look out with the 12, fading to the inside, but Evans shuts the door down low. Anderson drop out 3 wide for second place into turn 1. Jeff Wright immediately in control in the 9 car as he's out in front of the pack behind. With how this pack is racing, we could definitely get another yellow flag throughout this race, another crash. These guys racing pretty aggressively as we're not even halfway into it. Charbonneau will clear in second place. Conrad Evans moving up now, looking for third and trying to clear himself in the 95. Max Anderson, Justin Zeidel just behind that number 95 as Evans tries to get down in front of Max Anderson, who fills the hole to the inside and tries to grab third away from Conrad Evans. And Justin Zeidel moving low in the 1 car as for the lead. Anderson and Charbonneau has a run onto Jeff Wright in that 9, but Charbonneau looks a little bit higher in the 96. We saw Wilson early on get the run down the hill. He stays in line, but for now, 2 cars break away, 3 by 3 behind. Some cars are kind of just out of the draft. They've been able to get into it now because it was 3 by 3 in front, punching really big holes in the air. We'll see if other drivers that got caught behind. Oh, there they go in the backstretch. Evans and others into the outside wall. Evans spinning around in the middle of the track with cars coming in, nowhere to go, and the track is clogged up on the outside. Caution is out. Jericho, Thompson, and Brandon Beal back here. Minnick a lot of damage, and he got hit by Max Rossi. Right at the end, the slowest car out there got into it. Max Rossi. A lot more cars can be done. Look at the damage on some of those cars on pit road. And not a lot of places for drivers to go. That was right in the middle of the backstretch. Really nowhere to go. You can see Jordan Stout kind of getting low, trying to get away from some of the mess that might be happening in front of him. Caution is out. Anson and Sharpoff with the lead. He had just gotten by Jeff Bright before this yellow flag, so he leads under the second caution in the Samsung 400. Let's go see what happened on the back straightaway between Conrad Evans and the rest of the pack. Conrad Evans shoved up the racetrack in the 95 to make it a 4-wide scenario coming off turn number 2. Longwell in the middle in the 62 right behind him. Misjudges getting up behind Evans, spins him down to Kukulan. Evan Hunter gets a little clip but gets away. Now Longwell up into the wall, into Yepez, into the 10 McMorola. Fitzwater the 51, nowhere to go. He's collected in it. Jay Randall bounced around. Cole Luigi's going to get hit right there. Spro Tube's in the wall. Anthony gets away kinda. There's the 10. Some others getting into it. You see Griffin Link kind of powered his way through it. More cars coming in. The 4 and the 22. Some of these guys stop to make sure that they kind of don't get damaged. But yeah, there are a lot of cars that got some minor damage from this and some others with some major damage a little bit further back. But start with the 95, the 62 up behind him really did not really misjudged that gap right there. See Brando trying to control his cars. He gets hit into it. There's Lynn. And then some of the bigger hits came with Jericho and Thompson back there as they were kind of coming into it and couldn't slow it down times. The track was kind of clogged on the outside. They were committed up here to the outside as the inside cars were starting to go down low there. But Jericho and Thompson had nowhere to go. They were into it hard. Malachi Rodriguez, Baby Ruiz, Brandon Beal, and then right at the end, Brunson Mick sitting on the inside of the racetrack. Enter Max Rossi right into those cars. Oh my gosh. So a lot of cars involved in this one. As Hansen and Charlebois in the 96. Oh, that's why Jordan Stout was a little bit slower and low. He got spun by Jose Mills, but luckily it's a simple spin and keep on going for that number 17, Jordan Stout. Anson and Charlebois leads the Samsung 400 here at the Chicagoland Speedway under the second caution flag. We are within the final 20 laps here at Chicagoland. We'll restart with 19 laps to go and a lot more drivers going to the garage area done for the day. Keegan Thompson, Chris Jericho, Zach Fitzwater Sr., then Franz Semitic, Max Rossi, Bibi Ruiz, all done for the day. Beal is on the lap down in 31st. It leaves us 30 cars on the lead lap. Some of the damage like the 62, the 3, the 10. Let's see how they go on the restart. The 95, the 53 obviously, the 54, the 8, the 48 had some damage, the 13 had some damage, the 42. We'll see how it all plays out here in Chicagoland, who's slower and who's not. So at the front of the field, Anton and Charlebois off the lead. Jeff right behind in second. Zidell is third, Hamill's fourth, and the points leader Galway has found a way up to fifth from the back of the field. If Aronson, Wilson, Clifton, Stout, and Mills also inside the top 10. We're back going. Hamill caught sleeping. The front three get away, and Zidell moves for second into turn one. Galway for fourth on Hamill. Yeah, Hamill was really caught sleeping there. The front three got away, and Zidell got a really good jump and took it on Jeff right for a second. Anson and Charlebois still leads in the 96. Down the backstretch, Harry Griffin a little bit slower in the 36. He's falling back throughout the field. Galway for third. The points leader has not won a points race yet this season, but won the All-Star race. He's in the chase. Because of that, automatically, he's going for broke the end of this regular season. It's shown he wants a win entering the chase. Now, Ryan Wilson looking low, 3 wide for second place. Noah Clifton and Jordan Stout with him. Evan Hunter barely clipped in that last caution. Didn't get damaged in the 11 car, kept his car straight. He's up in this main pack trying to get forward. Oh, close contact racing there with Galway and Wilson. And Clifton and Stout looking to the inside in the 00 on the 17. Anson Charlebois loves it. He can keep the lead and pull away that 96. Clifton to second place through 1 and 2. He clears the 32 up top. Stout and Mills on the inside trying to move forward. Evan Hunter and Eli right back there. They're getting into a scrum with Max Aronson and Zidell on the outside, the 12 and the 1. Chung still in this line, got banged around that last yellow. He's still in it. Anthony Hernandez was basically involved in that last yellow. He's still up here in the 48 as well. Lofty Pez, Luigi has some damage back there, but he's still trying to stay in the draft. And Luigi needs to get every point in position he can because he's outside the top 20 with 2 victories. So he's not making a wild card spot currently, though he has those 2 wins. They mean nothing at the moment to him. Ryan Wilson for second place. Jordan Stout looking even lower in the 17, trying to get there. Maybe he'll just push Wilson by the second. They have a run on the Charlebois right here to turn 1. They got a nice run off the corner and have won. Wilson is there. Posted someone's been in there. He goes to the inside for the lead. Ryan Wilson for the lead on Anson and Charlebois down the back straightaway. Jordan Stout, his pusher in the 17. Look at Clifton and Galway getting in. Not much room for both those guys to get in, but they did it. Now Wilson leads the Samsung 400. Here comes Jordan Stout and Noah Clifton to the inside in the 17, the 00. Stout leads into 1. Clifton looks low in the 00. Jake Galway, the point leader, right behind them. And Galway, he just always finds a way to the front of these races somehow. He's done so good this season, being so consistent, so solid. Going for his 10th top 10 in 17 races here today. Jordan Stout clears and leads. They're 3 wide for second place. Charlebois in the middle, up top Wilson, down low Clifton. Right behind Clifton is Jake Galloway and Derek Hamill. Along one of the last cars in this draft. Some others trying to join us. We have lap traffic. Ross McMurrow way off the pace in the 10 car. Definitely catching him within a lap or 2. Everyone wants to be at the front now because they probably know lap traffic is coming. Noah Clifton out front. Jake Galloway looking 3 wide. Thinks better if it gets back in line behind the 00. Now 12 laps to go. Here comes Galloway in the 19. Great rotation, but where does lap car go? Where does the 10 go, and who's he hold up in all this? Oh, it's going to be probably the inside lane. It is! Jordan Stout looks scared on the outside, but he also gets slowed. Who will get by? The 10 of McMurrow. It's going to be the inside lanes. Here comes Clifton by. Galloway and others, they get to the inside and get by. Now, who can try and get to the inside as fast as possible to get by? Yeah, I would try and open the middle lane here from Jordan Stout. Try and get to the middle here. Up front for the lead, a change. It's Ryan Wilson. Or excuse me, it's Jake Galloway moving out front. Now, 2 lanes move by, but it's still Stout, Charlebois, halted behind the 17, or excuse me, behind the 10. Now they'll get low. Here comes Spurley to into the 8, and others trying to get low. Still Anson in trouble, halted, and finally he'll move by the 10, McMarola, but so much time and ground lost. He could be out of it. Up front, the points leader leads this race. It's Jake Galloway with 10 laps to go out front. The pollster Eli Bright moving back up for second. Into this mess at the front, Riley Sampson is emerging. Anthony is as well. Kukulon and Jones moving up in the 42 and the 4. They're right out of the main draft. And 2 more lap cars, Longwell and Brandon Beal. They might be the last ones we catch, but we're definitely going to be catching them. There's the right side entrance of the 482, but it's not affecting him much. He's still in it to win it. Right behind this front pack, how about Anderson Reed, Marshall Burrell, Evan Hunter, Justin Zidell. They're trying to get up there. Cole Luigi back here with Ryan Wilson, Jose Mills. You have Pez and Bright, Stout, and Charles Bois Spurley as well. Oskin just down the outer edge in the 6. Focus back to the front because more lap cars are being caught in the final 10 laps. Jake Galloway leads, but now lap traffic ahead. He's getting passed by Noah Clifton as we'll catch Longwell first and then Brandon Beal. How does this play into it? Yeah, it's going to be about the same place we caught the number 10 McMarola, 3 and 4. Clifton looking maybe sweep around the outside of Longwell as they come off turn number 4. Longwell comes up, puts Clifton into the wall, and the leaders are wrecking at the front of the field because of Ferret Longwell. It's a big one at Chicagoland. Oh dear. 4 cars hard to the outside wall. Excuse me, 5. One of them's a lap car. Oh, and we got more contact. Mick Marola just ended Anderson Reed's day and Ferret Longwell's as well because he went into it at full speed. Brandon Beal able to stay on the lead lap. The yellow is out. The race leader has damage, Riley Sampson. But you have to know that he's probably staying on the racetrack because he cannot give up this track position. Third yellow. We'll have a restart within the final 5 laps. The leader is damaged. The leader at the time is taken out. Noah Clifton comes up on the Longwell, but involved in a wreck with the 62. We'll go see what happened. This is just inexcusable as a lap car at the end of these races. We're in the final 10 laps. Ferret Longwell, Brandon Beal about to be caught right here. And Longwell the first to be caught. Noah Clifton's looking around the outside of the 00 to make sure his momentum is not broken. And right here off of the corner, he's going high. Longwell comes up. The 00 clearly out there. Puts Clifton hard to the wall. Look at Jake Galloway. I think he found a way through it. Anthony has nowhere to go. Sampson got damaged in the 16. Kukulon gets nailed. Levi Shones, Anderson Reed Shones, some hard hits there. Anderson Reed, some hard hits. Right here, these guys are up against the wall. Really, you know, a lot of their cars going to be out of this race, but it's not over as more cars are going to come in and get collected in this, and the one to get collected is the guy who's already fallen a lap down, the slowest car out there, Ross McMarola, who doesn't have to be racing back to the line, has so much time to react. Jay Randall misses it, and the 10 somehow finds a way to hit a car. I mean, that's insane to me that Mick Marola found a way to get involved in that as he was the slowest car out there, was so far back, and the guy who he was near found a way through it perfectly fine. I want to get a better view to see Jake Galloway here in the 19. I mean, we do have an onboard with him since he's the points leader. Love to see how close that was because it was extremely close, it looked like. I don't think it could have gotten closer. Yeah, here comes the 10. Right into the 77. That is kind of uncalled for for the 10 McMarola right there. Let's go on board Jake Galloway. He did lose some spots off this, but I don't think he got collected in it. The 16 got damaged. We'll see how Jake Galloway got away with it. That is about as close as you can get. He got back in third, so Lorisham will be in front of him with the damaged car Riley Sampson, but it's not all bad for Jake Galloway. At the front of the field, Riley Sampson has damage, but he's still out there hoping that something could go his way at the front of the field. Here in the Samsung 400 at the Chicagoland Speedway, will restart within the final 5 laps. Cleaning up the third caution flag, this will be the final restart of the race, whether we go green to the end or caution to the end, as more cars have gone to the garage as a result of this accident. Ross McMarola, you have Ferret Longwell, Noah Clifton, unfortunately, Anderson Reed, Levi Schultz, and Sebastian Kukulon as well. We only have 25 cars left, running 24 on the lead lap. So we'll see how it plays out. Lap driver will be out of it for the end of this race. At the front, Riley Sampson leads but has damage. Laura Chung in second, Points leader Galloway in third, Anderson fourth, Eli Bright the pole sitter fifth. You have Derek Campbell, Evan Hunter, Marshall Burrows, Idell, and Wilson still with a shot at it. We're back green already to the outside for second and third, trying to get by Riley Sampson quickly. Yeah, this could be a game of who can get by this 16 as fast as possible. Laura Chung not doing a great job. If she can't clear the 16, Max Anderson might go 3 wide down the backstretch in the 12, the 88 as well. So far, Anderson, no move made in that number 12, but Chung still not quite clear of Riley Sampson. Should get clear this time, off 4, but here comes Anderson to the inside. Sampson's trying to block it off. Laura Chung still not clear, but should get it down the straightaway this time. Chung a little bit faster than the 66, but still not clear. Sampson fighting for all it's worth with 2 to go. And why not, right? If he can stay there, he can have a shot. These guys keep pushing behind and don't try and pass. We're coming to the white flag in the Samsung 400. Laura Chung, Riley Sampson. Chung might get clear because here comes Max Anderson 3 wide. The 66 is clear at the white flag. Galloway might also get clear in second. Chung and Galloway, first and second, but Chung has a gap in the 66. Jake's going to try and get a run here off the top, use the draft, and maybe make a move in 3 and 4. He has a slight run down the back straightaway. He'll look high on 3 and 4. Laura Chung out in front and in control. They battle for second place. Laura Chung to the checkered flag. She'll win in the Gatorade Cup Series at Chicagoland. The pack racing to try and get whatever it's worth behind, but Laura Chung played that just absolutely right because she had fought Riley Sampson right there in the restart, and the 16 was damaged. She was still staying in, still got a pretty good result. But Laura Chung uses the outside well, gets the push from Jake Galloway, and she ends up in victory lane here at Chicagoland in the Gatorade Cup Series. Let's go check out the finish results. Now the points look after a crazy, crazy race for race number 17. Here's how they finished in the Samsung 400 at the Chicagoland Speedway. 3 caution fights for 12 laps. All were kind of very major accidents here today. In 12 lead changes, 10 different drivers saw the top spot here in Chicagoland, but the one out front at just the right time, Laura Chung, had to battle with the damaged car there at the end, but she's still able to come out on top. Jake Galloway pushed her through. Chung wins over Galloway, ends up in second, and once again extends that points in at number 19. Max Anderson ends up in third. Eli Bright from pole, a solid day. Never really left the top 10, I don't think. He ends up in fourth place, and Evan Hunter completes the top 5 in the 11. They have Marshall Burrow in 6th, Zidell in 7th, Mills in 8th. Sampson, even though with that damage, led some laps there at the end. 9th place for the 16, so it could have been better if he didn't get that damage, but it definitely could have been a lot worse with that damage, so he'll definitely take what he can get there. And Ryan Wilson completes the top 10. Down here, you know, like, Carl Luigi had a lot of rear end damage, got 12th place out of it, so that's really good for him. Jeff Bright down here, 13th. Anton Charbot led the most laps, unfortunately didn't have a shot at the end. He gets 15th. Hanley and some of these others, I think there were some damaged cars in the middle of the pack, which kind of caused some shenanigans on the restart. That's why some of these guys fell off so much. Second in points, Jared No finishes 19th. Still does keep that second place in points, though. 24 cars finished on the lead lap. Anthony was last of them in the 48. Brandon Bill lap down was the last car to finish the race. We had 25 cars left running. 26th on down out. Noah Clifton also tied for the most laps led, but ends up 29th and out because of the lap car of Ferret Longwell. And down here, some of these guys out early from crash damage like Miller, Buford, Rainey, Richardson, and DeLello. Let's now go see the points after a very, very crazy race at Chicagoland. Here are the points after Chicago. Everything changing up here with Jake Galloway getting his 10th top 10 of the season, moving up on top by 126 points over Brando. Hamill's 3rd, Lynn is 4th, and Hanley is now 5th. You have Jordan Stout 6th, Fitzwater 7th, Reed 8th, Wilson 9th, and Shones, the final car, is at the top 10. Burrow's only 15 out, along with Evan Hunter, he's only 16 out. Then we start to get down to an interesting scenario in terms of the wild cards. Currently occupied by Brandon Beal and Zach DeLello. They're currently 1 point apart. Just 18 points back of DeLello, 19 points back of Beal is Luke Rainey, who also has a win and is currently 16th in points, but out of the wildcard spot. So Luke Rainey getting close to Beal and DeLello as he kind of fell the last few races with some hard crashes. So the points picture, the wildcard picture, taking a very, very massive swing over the Superspeedway Swing, and now here at Chicagoland as well. So there are a lot of drivers still just on the brink of getting inside the top 10, but also drivers that are looking to try and use those wins for wildcard spots. Others include Keegan Thompson in 23rd. You have Coluigi, those 2 wins, back up to 27th with his top 12 run here today, but needs more in that 54. Still not quite yet back inside the top 20. A lot of winners down here. Evans in 31st, Longwell 32nd, Buford 33rd, Chung up to 34th, Kukulan 35th, Max Rossi 38th. A lot of winners down here, one-time winners down here. If they want to get inside the top 20 points, they are going to desperately need to do perfect these final 5 races before we get to the chase. I mean, they might have to win multiple races in these final 5 to have a shot, especially if you're a driver that hasn't won yet this season down here. You desperately need to get a win or 2 to make it into the chase at this point in the season. If your driver's like, maybe Jeff Bright, Charles Blanc, Anthony Hernandez, all the way down without a win, you might need 2 wins just to even get the points to get inside the top 20 in points. So Chicagoland was crazy, and we're looking forward to another crazy race. It's the 5th to last race before we get to the postseason. We'll go racing at Road America for the Speedco 330. I'll see you guys then.